Story I noticed this week from MasterCard, which I found quite weird in itself, about privacy and data on in Meta. The title of the story was "When Your Data Controller is Snoop Dogg," which is very clickbaity, but it was kind of an interesting story. It kind of dug into the idea of when you're constantly in the metaverse. And there are so many people with access to all the different kinds of information. Who is the data controller at the end of the day? And the data controller is the person that decides what happens to your data. Essentially, they control it. There's multiple data controllers. There's yourself, and there's the entity like Meta. But then there's like Snoop Dogg, who's selling stuff for, I don't know, advertising, whatever his latest gig is. It's kind of. It was an interesting and fairly thoughtful article at the end of the day, which again, very much didn't expect from MasterCard. Anyway, I'm curious to hear what Mike thought of this. So we're going to have a chat about it on today's Not So Critical Update. What do you think, Mike?
I thought it was kind of interesting. The two bits that stood out to me is, first of all, Snoop Dogg didn't really have anything to do with the article. It was just an example they used about if you go to a Snoop Dogg concert and buy a ticket in the Metaverse, like a Metaverse concert, a virtual concert, and buy your NFT for the ticket, who owns that who owns that data that you made that purchase? Peter disappeared for a second here. I'm just going to keep going. And I guess that's an interesting question. Of course, they're going to share that information. The content creator is absolutely going to see that. The other example they brought up though was about the eye tracking and how there's a camera inside the device that looks at where your eyes are focused and will know how to target ads based on that. And there was some mention of augmented reality, I think. But it seems like a problem that there's an easy. It seems like a problem that's not a metaverse problem. We did a story last week about parallel reality and how they have they can create billboards that are customized for you based on your actual line of sight. We showed the video of advertising banners on a soccer field being customized based on the network that the game is being broadcast on. And it's cool technology, very cool technology. I think it leads obviously to the sci-fi world of walking down the street with customized ads just popping up all the time. And if you're talking about the metaverse and the idea that if you're wearing VR goggles that have eye tracking, they could put an array of ads in front of you, and the eye tracking knows which one your vision is drawn to and can focus on that one and deliver you more ads that look like that. It's interesting. It's absolutely an interesting marketing technology, and it's going to be abused. I think what it leads to is a situation where, like the ads are, to tie it back to the sci-fi thing, the reason it's always shown as these like bright, flashing neon ads customized for each person is because it's trying to draw your eyes to that thing. And I think that's what advertising in the metaverse is going to become. They're going to realize, oh, I can get somebody to look directly at my ad if it's flashing, or I can get them to look directly at it if it's got this specific color border. And you're going to have that feedback. There's ways to do that to some extent on the web now. You can do heat map tracking on websites. But it's going to get really bad. I think it's going to lead to initially, as with all technology, there are going to be some creative applications, and it's just going to get worse and worse and worse and worse every step of the way, as far as you can go, until we become desensitized to it. And then it's in virtual reality, and then we end up seeing it in augmented reality, where we've had a proof of concept for the parallel reality. You should go watch that episode. So if you are against advertising, it's not moving in a good direction. I think they're just collecting more biometric data. We did a story a while ago about the company that sells movie tickets. I forget what they were called, but you basically buy a monthly subscription to get discounts on like a monthly pass for movie tickets based on a flat rate monthly amount. And one of the things that we talked about was that part of the business basically failed, but they were relaunching, and their business model was going to be that they would show you ads on your phone and use the camera on the phone to confirm that you were watching the ad. And if you watched their ads in exchange, you would get discounted tickets or whatever. I know John and Peter were very much against that, and it seemed creepy and eye tracking and whatever. Like, you're opting in for it. You're agreeing that you're going to watch this ad in exchange for the discount, and they're using eye tracking to make sure that you're living up to your end of the agreement. We're probably going to see similar things in the metaverse. The technology is really cool, though. But as with everything in a capitalist system, as soon as somebody knows how to profit from it, that's what they're going to do. So we're going to see these ads designed to attract your eyes. We're going to see all these manipulative tactics in the metaverse, in augmented reality, in the real world around you. And customizing the ads is going to be trivial. I think, a super basic implementation could be a billboard that has a QR code on it. And if your AR glasses, which John predicts everybody is going to have, see that AR code, the QR code, your AR glasses are just going to replace it with a billboard that's targeted to you, because the QR code is identifying the location. Your glasses are telling the system where you are, and you're going to see it. So, kind of clickbaity headline. I don't know what to make of it coming from MasterCard. I guess it makes sense that they're going to be talking about advertising, like ad tech related stuff. I'm not sure if they're warning users against it, or just saying that it's coming, or just raising it as an interesting thing to say. It's kind of an interesting article. But we'll see where it goes. Like and subscribe to the show. I'll catch up with Peter on the next episode. I guess I got us there for this one, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. So like and subscribe, join the Discord server. See you tomorrow.